So I just landed in Denver. It's about 9 a.m. If you've been following along my away days journey, you know how we do this. I'm just here for the day, and we're here for just one game. But I think it might be the most important women's soccer game to ever be played in this state. So here's something I didn't know until relatively recently. Colorado is a soccer state, like genuinely. Especially on the girls' side, and people don't talk about it like that because the Denver Broncos exists and everyone just kind of like loses their mind over football. But if you dig into the youth landscape here, it's ridiculous. Like, some of the best youth girls teams in the entire country are based out of Colorado. We're talking girls going D1, playing professionally. Like, the pipeline is there, and it's been real for a long, long time. And yet, until today, these girls have never had a professional women's team to look up to. Like, the passion was there, the infrastructure was there, the drive was there, and there was just nothing at the top. And now look at this, we have 60,000 tickets sold for game one. To put that into perspective, most NWSL franchises spent years trying to get to that number. I had to be here, dude. I had to be here. And then, of course, again, if you've been following along, you know that this is what we do. But we gotta find some like random spot that no one has bought, and then just like absolutely just snipe like one of the best spots in the stadium. Check this out. Okay, so it's halftime right now. The product on the field matters, yeah, but what keeps people coming back is the environment, the culture. And it's very clear that they were very intentional about how they designed all of this. You know, from the fireworks and the fighter jet flyover during the national anthem. So they really are doing everything right to make sure that this is not just, you know, a one day wonder, one hit wonder. Yeah, people are going to keep coming back after this, for sure. Okay, so I wanted to take a second here at the end of the video to just give a little bit more context, give a few of my thoughts about the game, about the experience today. First of all, broke the attendance record, 63,004 in their first ever home game. But I don't actually want to talk about the number because I think the story is so much more powerful. First of all, I had gone for a bit of a lap around the stadium before the game started, and what I just kept on seeing was like little girls running around in Denver Summit gear, in their club jerseys, all kinds of soccer attire. And you know, as a coach, you notice these things. And before the teams walked out, they had played a little bit of a video where they had effectively interviewed a bunch of community members and asked for their thoughts and, you know, how they're feeling, you know, leading up to the game, talking about what the city kind of means to them. And there was this woman who spoke about her first time coming to Denver for a sporting event, really just falling in love with the energy of the city. And now she gets to bring her own daughter to this game to get to experience the same thing that she felt when she came here for the first time. And then right after that, the fireworks went off, smoke was everywhere, the teams walked out, and 63,004 people just like erupted. And I'm sitting there seeing grown men, women, little girls. You know, Denver sports fans are some of the most loyal people in the country when it comes to supporting their local teams. You know, I don't usually get emotional about these things, but I won't lie to you, this one got me. You know, it was clear, like, this community, this city had been waiting for this for a very long time. And what I was kind of talking about earlier in the video is what I noticed as a coach, right? Which is, you know, that Colorado has quietly been producing some of the best women's soccer talent in the country for decades. You know, they have nationally ranked youth programs, players going D1, players playing professionally. The pipeline has been real for a long time, but there was just never a destination at the top. Nothing really to look up to, at least not locally. And I think that's not just a Colorado problem. I mean, that's the whole sport. You know, you play rec as a kid, you go on to play club competitively, play in high school, maybe you make your way to college, and then it's like, then what? Right? The answer for so long has been Europe, right? But that seems a bit like a fever dream, like it only happens to other people almost. I coach 18, 19, 20-year-old women at a community college here in the Bay Area, and these players are still figuring out if this sport has any kind of space for them. Some of them transferred in from 4 years, some of them are trying to work their way back in, some of them are just trying to see if there's someone who will give them a chance. And the question that's just kind of sits above everyone, not really said out loud, but it's just kind of implicitly always hanging there, is like, is this all worth it, right? Is there actually a place for me in this sport? You know, it's like the early mornings and the hot afternoon sessions and the cold fields. Is it worth it? And what I kept thinking about walking out of the stadium today is that Colorado, Denver, isn't just a one-of-a-kind place. I think there are markets all over the country that look exactly like this, where you have deep youth infrastructure, super passionate communities, girls who've been trying to play and been playing since before they could walk, and there's just nothing at the top to show them. No destination, no kind of proof, really. And I think Denver did prove something today. Every city watching tonight knows that it's possible now. Every club director, every owner, every kind of investor who's been kind of sitting on the fence, they now know that it's possible. They see 63,000 people show up on day one. That doesn't go unnoticed. And I think overall, women's soccer is going through a bit of an exciting period right now. It is growing incredibly fast. This is not even close to the ceiling. What happened today, I think, is just the beginning of something really big here in this country. And I genuinely cannot wait to see where it goes.